Welcome back, Truth Seeker. If you had the unfortunate experience of watching the live stream I did with the Raccoons channel yesterday, you might have saw a few of his panelists come on and say things like Gematria is a scam, and some guy named Black Pill came on and said it's impossible to predict anything with Gematria. And to say this at the end of 2025 after another year of racking up a gazillion futures, after 12 straight years of doing this, let's just see how we did last night. Let's see if we went 10-0 in the NBA, if we missed just one game in the NHL, if we picked up on the easy Auburn win over Oregon in basketball. And let's also talk about what the National Fix League did last night, as Joe Buck mocked you at the 2-minute warning, just pulling a stat out of his ass about a quarterback who wasn't even on the field, but made us all laugh in the community because we knew exactly what he was saying. Listen, if you're a Carolina Panthers fan out there and you were driven nuts last night by Bryce Young on 1st and goal, putting up a little floater into triple coverage for an interception to number 27 Brown, the first of 2 interceptions on Monday night for number 27 Brown, again, you should stick around and pay attention to what we're putting down and not listen to these morons, these low IQ idiots who have no clue what they're talking about, who just don't see what they should see, because they should have learned about this over a decade ago, back when I started putting it out. Back 10 years ago, had you searched into YouTube's engine, Rig Sports, you know what the first thing that would have come up was? It would have been my face and my channel teaching you about what's going on in these rigged games. And again, over the course of the last decade plus, a lot of people have greatly changed their financial position in this world. And I'm going to go through this real quick, just recap yesterday. I'm also going to drop the link. I'm going to drop the link here. If you are a naysayer or if you're someone who's had a positive experience, no matter who you are, you're welcome to come on here and say your piece this morning. We're not going to do a real long stream, but the link has been dropped. You might have to scroll up if you don't join it soon, but if you've never joined StreamYard, you just click that link and then you go in the back room, and you don't have to give access to your camera unless you want to be on screen. You can. All you have to do is give access to your mic. And if you give access to your mic, we should be able to hear you. But here, let's just talk about yesterday. Actually, let's just start here with the NFL, because we did use this 27 number all over. Yeah, go back and rewind last night's game, NFL Rewind. You can watch every NFL game for free online. At the 2-minute warning, Joe Buck, as they go to commercial break, just pulls out a stat about Matt Stafford. Of course, Matt Stafford played on Sunday Night Football, but he goes, Matt Stafford in his last 27 touchdown passes is throwing 0 INTs. And if you're listening, you might be like, 27 had a big night for the Niners defense tonight. He had 2 interceptions. And again, you learn Gematria. Number 27, his name is Brown. Brown equals 27. Where was the game at last night? Santa Clara. What's that equal? 27. What's Monday equal? 27. What loss number did Bryce Young get last night? 27. And that's the thing, too, about using this knowledge. When Bryce Young threw that little stupid lob pass, like he was doing a floater lay-in in the key in basketball, on 1st and goal at the 2, who throws a little lob up into triple coverage on 1st and goal at the 2 in a real football game? If that was a real football game and that was the coach, that guy would never see the field again. He would never play quarterback for that team ever again. And this is supposedly a guy who was taken at the top of the NFL draft and immediately given tens of millions of dollars to play football. He doesn't know to throw a little floater on 1st and goal at the 2-yard line. Don't do that. Don't throw that into triple coverage. Nobody would ever make that decision outside of the National Fix League. But we laughed. We laughed all the way to the bank last night. So, anyhow, that's why Joe Buck just pulled that 27 stat out about Matt Stafford out of nowhere on a Monday. And Joe Buck does this kind of stuff week after week after week. Don't forget, I'm pretty sure Joe Buck watches my channel too. I wouldn't be surprised if Joe Buck's in the Patreon live streams before the game. People have seen Joe Buck literally mock me word for word hours later in the day after things I've said. And we've been talking about this for years too. So anyway, if you think that's cap, it's because you don't know what you're talking about. Again, the NFL wrote their hit piece on me over a decade ago. I guess almost a decade ago. It was January 2016. Because they don't like what I'm exposing about their multi-billion-dollar industry. And I guarantee you, at the end of the day, those owners sit around that table and they say, thank God the U.S. population's dumb as rocks. Otherwise, they would have all caught on by now, guaranteed. So anyway, a guy named Black. Let's read what a black pill is, by the way. This guy named Black Pill yesterday, he was real confident. He said, it's impossible. That was his word, impossible to predict anything with Gematria when just in this year, college football future, NFL future, March Madness future, NBA future, MLB future, Masters future, Kentucky Derby future. We hit all those just this year. That's just this year, all the futures we hit. Not to mention a million games and upsets like last night. Like last night, we had the Kings to upset. Boom. Anyway, a guy named Black Pill. Here's what a black pill is. The black pill is a nihilistic and extreme ideology, primarily within the incel, involuntary celibate subculture of the manosphere, which posits that social and sexual success are determined by immutable genetic traits like looks, and that society and women are intrinsically biased against unattractive men. I see why his name was Black Pill, because I was thinking when he was talking this, I was looking at it, I was like, man, he kind of looks like, poor guy, he has like Down syndrome or something. He looks like he's from the Special Olympians classroom. So, okay, so the guy who was saying it was impossible, you know, not just a mental loser, but genetically a loser as well, and he's embraced this term Black Pill. Okay, so if you want to listen to the Black Pill type of people of the world, go right ahead. Now, here's what we did last night. And please don't be the next loser to be like, Zach writes, this team can win or this team can win. All the low IQ Special Olympians out there that leave those comments about my work, I put the top narrative on top. For anyone who doesn't know this, this is just a rule in life. You always have to look at both sides of everything. There's always at least two sides to everything, and it's about weighing what makes the most sense. Now, I did advise yesterday that the Pistons should win their 13th straight yesterday, as they did. They haven't done that since their championship season back in the day. I think that was back when they were playing my Blazers, the Isaiah Thomas days. But the Monday Moon Day likes 13. And notice last night in the 2-minute warning, while Joe Buck was talking about Stafford in 27, they had the camera set on the moon. Again, the moon's on a 13-month cycle. You see a lot of rituals with 13 on Monday. In Gematria, Detroit equals 91, which is the 13th triangular number. But we like the Pistons to win the 13th straight. We weren't confident they would cover the spread. So we said, you know, you could take the Pacers with the points too. That'll probably also get it done. Pacers did cover. Pistons did win. So no matter what side of the scenario you went with there, and again, I like the top one just more outright. Yeah, Pistons are going to win the game. Not sure they cover, though. Pistons get it done. Raptors and Cavs. Yesterday's date numerology was 8. Last night, McMillan, the 8th pick of the draft, scores a touchdown on Bryce Young's best pass of the night. And by the way, those passes should be hit every time in the NFL. I'm over 40 years old. People say, I want to see you throw a ball. You guys, I'm over 40 years old now, and I broke my shoulder over a decade ago. I could probably still make that throw. Those guys should make those throws all day, every day. I mean, Bryce Young, I don't want to talk about the National Fix League. Did you see the first down drop on the little easy pass last night? I mean, this stuff's embarrassing. You have grip gloves on. You're paying millions of dollars to play a sport. You can't catch a little easy, wide open pass for a first down. National Fix League, you guys. I guarantee he's probably in his intercom. They're telling him, let it come. Use the stone hands here. Brick hands. Drop the ball. All script. But anyway, just these guys can't hit these simple throws. They can't make simple catches. You're watching multi-million-dollar athletes who do nothing but play football their life, and they can't do things that routine peewee players do. My little 7-year-old neighbor across the street, little good athlete, he would have had that catch all night. And so would any other decent 7-year-old athlete. Anyway, last night, 8 date numerology, the 8th pick of the draft catches the touchdown, and then the Panthers go for a 2-point conversion for no reason to keep the game at an 8-point distance on 8 date numerology as the Niners go on to win their 8th game of the season. Last night, the Raptors upset Cleveland, winning their 8th straight game on the year. And that's why we had the Raptors at the top scenario. There's 2-0 in the NBA. And by the way, if you need to see scores, here, let me just pull up the scores too. Last night, Pistons win their 13th straight. Raptors upset the Cavs for their 8th straight win on the 8 date. Knicks and Nets, we thought this would be a 13-point game. The Knicks were a 13.5-point favorite. I told Bill Mike, I said, tease down that spread a little bit because they're not going to cover the 13.5 in all likelihood. Nets equals 31. Knicks equals 41, the 13th prime. What do you know? In the 1-1-3 league, the Knicks beat the Nets by 13. Not quite covering the spread, but it looked like no doubt they were going to win the game and go into Charlotte 10-6 because Charlotte is 106 land. You could have taken the Nets with the points, thinking they're not going to cover. You could have teased the Knicks down to 12.5 and got a nice payout. Mavericks and Heat, just following that 8-date numerology. Heat got the 8th home win. They got the 26th home win in the series. 26 is 8. They stayed on 44 losses in the series. That's 8. Mavs fell to 1-4 away before they play at LA with the 14-4 connection. Just following the simple numbers here. Don't be a black pill. Don't be a low IQ incel. They're the only ones fading this knowledge. Nuggets and Grizzlies. This game also, the Monday numbers were there. Nuggets became 7-2 away. Monday loves 72 and it loves 27. Grizzlies got the 17th loss on a 17-date numerology, and the Grizzlies fell to 4-6 at home before they host the Clippers, who equal 46. They're going on a road trip, but their next home game will be versus the Clippers. Top scenario. Special Olympian would come here and be like, all I saw was this or that, when every day I explain. We do look at both sides, and we put what we think is the top scenario on the top. So here we are going through all these games. 1-0, 2-0, 3-0, 4-0, 5-0. Let's go to Blazers Bucks because I love this game last night. I love this game. Remember how I gave you guys the video breakdowns when Lillard went to the Bucks? By the way, the suburb of Portland's Milwaukee. When he went to the Bucks, it was a big 56 ritual. When he got sent back to the Blazers, it was a big 56 ritual. Bucks equals 56. Remember, they were one of the teams to go to the finals. All the NBA finals in the time of Cootie's 19 were all about 56. Bucks were one of them. But the Blazers became 5-6 away last night, and the Bucks fell to 5-6 at home. Notice on the 8-date numerology, Blazers got the 8th win. Bucks stayed on 8 wins. This isn't rocket science. It's just following the patterns. Blazers underdog on the road, beat the Bucks pretty good at home. Boom. Bulls and Pelicans. They keep syncing everything up with Jordan this year. Jordan equals 62. Jordan's 62 years old. Notice. The Bulls are going to play the Hornets next, another Jordan team. Remember, Jordan had to sell the Hornets because of gambling problems. Poor Jordan. He must have never signed up for the Patreon. Probably a hater of yours truly, because I've always talked about how Jordan would probably be a nobody if the NBA wasn't scripted. That might hurt a lot of you guys in your little butthole, but I'm serious. I don't think Jordan's that good, honestly. Nothing but script. He was allowed to do everything. I was a kid and I could see it. He could do everything. The whole league was scripted around him. He could foul somebody, no call. Somebody breathes on him. Always at the free throw line. You have no idea who the best players are in the NBA because it's been a script the whole time. I guarantee you Scottie Pippen would smoke Jordan all day, every day if they had to play one-on-one. He's bigger. He's stronger. He's more athletic. He can do everything better than Jordan. And people are like, what? Are you serious? Yeah, I'm 1,000,000% serious. He's bigger, better at everything, as far as I can tell. Tell me one thing Jordan has on Scottie Pippen. You don't think Scottie Pippen could have done the same dunk from the free throw line? He can jump higher and longer than him. Anyway, Pippen never won nothing without Jordan. Never won nothing without Pippen. And by the way, Pippen would have won the finals with the Blazers had it not all been rigged, right? I mean, they were up 20 points on the Lakers in the fourth quarter of Game 7, and then they just gave up and didn't even play basketball. And the Lakers come back. Kobe, who threw the alley hoop to who? I can't even think in my mind. Was it Kobe to Shaq or Shaq to Kobe? Anyway, notice in that highlight, there's no Blazer even anywhere on the screen because they were all just sitting down on the bench, letting the Lakers come back from down 20 in the fourth. Anyway, we liked the Bulls last night to pick up their 8th loss. Notice they were the favorite. We like these underdog Pelicans. Bulls pick up the 8th loss on the 8-date, falling to 9-8 like National Basketball Association. Pelicans coach gets his 149th win. That's the 35th prime, like Chicago's 35, like they came in 3-5 away. Look how heavy that narrative is for the dog. You see how heavy it is? Heavy with value. Boom. Win. Rockets and Suns. Suns can stay on 8 home wins. A lot of the 8-date numerology going against them in the series. A narrative for the Rockets to go on a little winning streak here. By the way, Pelicans handled the Bulls at home. And they won with 143. Now, doesn't Chicago equal 143? I know it does. It's a rhetorical question. They beat Chicago with 143. Coach does the 35 thing. 143 is the 108th triangular number or composite number. Remember when the Cubs ended the 108-year drought? We told you that was happening in spring training. Remember when Gary, the numbers goon, tried to tell the whole world I was wrong and it was going to be the Indians, and that was after he missed every single playoff series, and then he couldn't even get the World Series right, even though we laid it all out there in spring training, not to mention at midseason of that season. I said why Cleveland would go down to Chicago in Game 7 on November 2nd, 1-1-2 with 112th World Series. Meanwhile, you got Black Pill in 2020. I've gone, it's impossible. It's impossible to call a sports game with Gematria. And then you ask him, how is that? And he can't explain himself. I guess that's why he's an incel. Poor guy. Probably thinks it's impossible to stick his thing inside a woman, too. Anyway, Rockets, Suns, another winner. Another winner. Yeah, Houston was a big favorite. No bragging rights there. Jazz and Warriors. Warriors, again, had all these strong scenarios last night. By the way, the little Chris from Vegas, the guy with the high squeaky voice who called in yesterday, on my stream when I wasn't there, when he was trying to take advantage, guy that sits on my Patreon all day and spams his play, didn't he give you guys the free pick last night that the Jazz were going to beat the Warriors? Laughable decision. We had the Jazz coach to stay on 90 wins on a Monday, and it was this simple. Golden State Warriors, 90. Monday, 90. Chase Center, 61. Philadelphia, 61. Warriors become 6-1 at home. Incels out there right now go, why do you say Philadelphia? Because that's where the Warriors are from, moron, and they pay tribute to it all the time. Learn something. Sign up for the Patreon. Get a real education. And then how about those way underdog Kings last night with the big old payout? With the big old payout last night, monster payout on the Kings. How'd they do last night? Stayed on 72 losses in the series, had a bunch of other numbers in their favor, and we called that a 10-0 sweep in the NBA. Now, I did advise people to probably leave the NHL alone yesterday. We've been torching the NHL. I didn't have a good feeling about the NHL, but let's just even see how we did on the NHL on a day where I didn't feel that good about it. Let's just see how we did. See how the top scenarios worked out. Lightning to become 13-7-2 and keep the Flyers on 25 points. Remember, we just had the Mega 25 ritual with Matt Stafford whooping the Bucks' ass. Whoops, I don't know why I threw up the Flyers. Matt Stafford just got his 25th home win with the Rams, staying on 25 total losses with the Rams, as the Rams got their 25th win at SoFi Stadium, beating Tampa Bay. Last night, and like I said in that video, if you watched it, I said 25 plays well with Tampa in all sports, NHL, MLB, NFL. Here we are. They don't have an NBA team. It's too bad. We take advantage of it there. But did the Flyers stay on 25 points last night after Tampa Bay, after I gave out this information for free for the millionth time yesterday or Sunday night? Yeah, it sure did. Played again. So that worked out. Now, there was a lot of things to think twice about in this game, and that's why I said I wasn't real comfortable with the NHL, because if a Tampa Bay 25 narrative is going to go down, it's going to go down to another good narrative. And sometimes the narratives are very equal. But you got to go with 25 in Tampa Bay. You just got to play it because it hits the vast majority of the time. It hit last night. Red Wings and Devils. We thought Red Wings with the goals was the play. That means they can lose by 1. Red Wings lost by 1. That's a win. Okay. We thought the Blues with the goals were the top play. That means they could lose by 1, and they lost by 1. That's a win. Now, here was the worst thing about yesterday. I thought the very best hockey game yesterday was the Blue Jackets to get the 27 points over the Capitals, because Capitals in 27 normally hits any day of the week, plus on a Monday. There were some things on the other side to think twice about. Now, that did miss, so okay, you can mark that one against me. Panthers versus Nashville Predators equals 83. You guys, look at that score, 8-3. Florida equals 38. From the Predators' perspective, they lose 3-8. Panthers win 8-3. We thought the top clue there was the Panthers becoming 4-6 away in 46 town. Exactly what they did. Golden Knights and Mammoth. Mammoth did pick up the 27 points yesterday. It's interesting that both of the games with the 27-point narratives had 5-1 scores, because Moon is 15 and Monday's 27. I have to think more about that one. And the Kings and the Senators, we thought the Senators should fall, or the Kings should become 2-4-3 at home, and a little bit better narrative for the Kings. They got it done. So we missed one game in hockey. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 games, 7 games. So 6-1 in hockey, 10-0 in the NBA. That's 16-1 between those two major sports. 16-1. And here, let's see. And this is on the day that Black Pill, he came on real confident. It's impossible. That was his word. Impossible to predict anything with Gematria. Literally, no cap. The greatest futures record in the history of the world. Second place isn't even close for over a decade straight. And you got morons coming on here. And you guys wonder why the channel is shadow banned and they don't want the word to get out. Do you think this moron would have ever come on and said what he said yesterday? Had this information came across his plate before? Had he been sitting around for years like he should have been? They're keeping people in the dark. by keeping the mega light that is this channel hidden from almost everybody. Meanwhile, they put all this bullshit in your feed. I even have morons in my own channel calling like, Zach, are you worried about Muslims taking over the U.S.? Stop watching YouTube, moron. No, I'm not. And in fact, to be perfectly clear, I don't like religion at all. Like I've always said, the mistake the founders made was freedom of religion. It should be freedom from religion. Religion is the plague of the earth. It's the absolute worst thing in the whole world. And if you don't know that, it's because you're a dummy. There's nothing good about it, you guys. All it does is it works on fear and keeps people divided and keeps you in a subdued state. How many morons have come through my channel and be like, Zach's a Satan. Zach's teaching about witchcraft. No, I'm not. I'm teaching about how these witches that run the world use this as witchcraft to mock your ass every day. That's not me performing witchcraft. That's me exposing it. But the religious tards, they can't differentiate between the two. Anyway, college basketball, the one, okay, actually, did you see the Syracuse-Houston game? You got Carmelo's son playing for Syracuse this year. Syracuse lost to Houston narrowly yesterday. We thought they probably would. We thought Syracuse at the points could also work out yesterday. But look at this. Yesterday was 179 days after the 41st birthday of Carmelo Anthony. Remember, 179 is the 41st prime. Syracuse, his team falls to 4-1. Isn't it funny how in the same stream yesterday where we talked about sports, I also brought up the ritual that they did with the Saudi family in 179 and 41. And then you get a perfect example the same day in sports. Man, what are the odds? But this was the college game of the day right here. Oregon, Auburn. Oregon Ducks love 51. You see Auburn, they came in 4-1. And what did they do yesterday? Did they become 5-1? Did they become 5-1? Because I know I told my community, I said, Oregon Ducks 51, that just smashes that pattern. Just smashes. Smashes. Let's see. Did it come in? Did it? Oh, yeah. And by the way, Houston did beat Syracuse. Where's it at? Where's it at? Yeah. Oh, look at that. Auburn became 5-1. Oh, wow. The Ducks fell to 4-1, like 41's the 13th prime. That was the other part of that scenario too. But it was really just the 5-1 thing. Oregon Ducks, you see. Amazing. College to pro. College to pro. So anyway, let me know. Do we have some people in the back room? Let's see. We got GAD and we got Richard. What's up, GAD? GAD, you got to unmute that mic. That little mic logo that has the cross through it. If you click that, you'll be unmuted and I'll be able to hear you because right now I can't. While GAD's figuring that out, I'll bring on Richard. What's up, Richard?
Yo, what's up, Zach?
Hey, what up, Zach?
Oh, GAD just got it.
My bad. I'm sorry.
For sure.
I'm sorry about that.
GAD, what's up?
Yeah, just real quick. Yes, yeah, man. No, I mean, you can make money off of this. I just wanted to say this, because last year around this time, I hit like 1,200 3 straight weeks, off of this knowledge. Now I did bet with the with other boxing events that I kind of knew was how I was going to play out.
Exactly. Stick to what you know. Use this knowledge and the things you know about. You'll do much better. Absolutely.
Yeah. That's how, and that's how you have to work it. And you also, you don't want to put, and also too, I mean, you can't put all your chips in one bag. You know what I'm saying? You have to be very wise in how you look at it, especially looking at the numbers and how, like yesterday, I probably would have hit big I would have just fucking took the obvious route, the Shedeur Sanders game. It should have been very obvious that the Cleveland Browns were going to win that game.
We were all over that. I mean, the whole 78 thing, drafted 78 days after his birthday, Browns 78 season, last rookie to win his first start for the Browns. It just happened to be 70 days after his birthday, the day Shedeur Sanders starts. Yeah. And again, stadium records have been perfect. The Raiders picked up their 28th loss in their new stadium or newer stadium, and Browns equals 28. Boom.
Wow. Damn, there you go. I mean,
just like stadium records were perfect. Last night, the Niners picked up their 53rd all-time win in Levi Stadium. Carolina equals 53.
Exactly. Well, yeah. I mean, it's especially when you put everything together. I mean, it's like people think it's like it's like this. Not everybody is in on the script with these teams, but it's just certain key players, the referees, the coaches, the certain star players, and certain key, strategically placed players that are that are affecting the outcomes of the game. And some parts, there are whole units of certain squads that know exactly what to do. You know what I'm saying? And it's very
I
obvious.
gotta ask you a question. You ever play football in your life?
Yes, I have.
No, I know this man. He's like a big bodyguard. He probably wasn't the quarterback. Have you ever played quarterback?
Fuck nah. Fuck nah.
But even understanding football, did you see Bryce Young's interception at the beginning of the game on 1st and goal?
Yeah, so I'm like, bro, oh my
Who would
God,
ever
that was
do that? Who
retarded.
would ever do that? A little lob. It wasn't like a floater in the lane in a basketball game. Who would do that? A floater into triple coverage. And I'm just laughing because right to 27, it's just like Monday. We talked about this. Monday 27, Santa Clara 27. The name Brown literally equals 27. Here, you guys need to see it. All in the cipher that matters the most, that dark blue one. Monday 27, Santa Clara 27, Brown 27 with 2 picks as Bryce Young gets his 27th loss of his career.
Man, yep. Yeah, I mean, and sometimes, it'd be funny because when you look at the sidelines, certain players like that may not, you could tell that they're not on the script, be fucking cursing these dudes out. I remember the same thing happened with, what's his name, Patrick Mahomes in one of the playoff games. Had a wide open guy for the touchdown to win the fucking game. This dude literally ran the other way as if he couldn't make the throw, and the motherfucker was jumping up in the end zone, screaming like, "Give me the fucking ball" and shit, man. But yeah, I mean, like, and it's like this. It's not, and whether it be college, pro, sport. I mean, look, it's all scripted, and it's just crazy. It's crazy how all this stuff comes together. But it's all interconnected with the industry and everything else that's going on in the world because this is it's hard to enjoy it. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to enjoy it, especially when you see these events and somebody ends up dying, around the event and shit. It's like, man, like, how can I really enjoy this shit? It's hard to do it, or, even with
Can we
the
go back
Mariners.
to this example?
Yeah.
This is one of the most blatant things that's ever happened in the history of the time we've been decoding. Dick Butkus is announced dead before Thursday Night Football as the Bears get their first win of the season, looking like a Super Bowl contender. But this was Lock City. We saw that the Bears could pick up their 787th win and stay on 628 losses on the day that Dick Butkus dies. We hit every single player prop that night and big ones too, because I think I had Justin Fields for 4 touchdowns, and that was a monster payout. I mean, the Bears offense hadn't scored 4 touchdowns all year. It was all the numbers aligned through Dick Butkus that night, and just a whopper of a game. But I don't understand. I mean, we did a video on this at the time. How do you look at this and then go, I think that's still a coincidence that their record literally becomes the gematria of Richard Butkus and Dick Butkus on the day he dies, the day they just happen to be playing on Thursday Night Football? I mean, come on.
Hey, you know what I noticed about that name, Dick Butkus? Like you're telling me that's a come on, bro.
Exactly.
You telling me that?
Remember when Jake Butt listen, you guys, Jake Butt, the tight end at Michigan. Jake Butt, the tight end. He played at Michigan under Harbaugh when he was still the coach there. Harbaugh met with the Pope like a day or 2 before the draft. Jake Butt was projected to go near the end of the first round, maybe the beginning of the second round. He fell to the 145th pick of the draft, like Catholic equals 145. You know, that church that has a problem with getting in little boys' butts. But Wikipedia for 2 weeks after the draft kept his name up as Jake Dick Butt. Jake Dick Butt on Wikipedia for 2 weeks after the draft, even though his real middle name is not Dick. But it was just, we were saying the same thing. It was like, doesn't that sound like Dick Butt Kiss? And
Wow.
yeah, it is all, you guys, you're literally, listen, a lot of you guys are addicted to watching men all oiled up in little Speedos with rigged wrestling. And you're also addicted to watching these men in tights bent over half the game. And it is the Catholic Church that's behind all this shit. Tell me it's not all, it is all a little bit homo. And last night, listen, you guys, last night in the NFL, this NFL week began on Erica Kirk's birthday. And Christian Kirk scored a touchdown that night. That was Thursday Night Football to make the score 9-10 like the Charlie Kirk thing. Last night, the 49ers sub in a kicker, and he just happens to be from Orem, Utah, and he's playing in San Francisco, and his name is Gay. You don't see how all of this is just one big sick joke? I mean,
oh yeah. Oh yeah, I noticed that. Like, man, this shit is fucking sick. I mean, and like you can show them the Snake Eye movies and whatnot with that connects with Charlie Kirk and all. And I need to really look into that movie again. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, you know, a lot of these people, especially like what was going on yesterday with that fucking clown. And it's very obvious that dude's is Boule connected. The dude that was on there that you were
You're talking
talking
about
with.
the raccoon.
Yeah, well, that's what he is. I mean, that fucking MAGA hat wearing fucking coon.
Yeah, how do you call me a cult leader when you're out there supporting MAGA, which is a real cult of some of the dumbest people that have ever walked this earth?
Yeah, bro, I'm gonna tell you something. They got to be some of the stupidest people ever. And you know, whenever, and I'm gonna say this for me personally, whenever I see a black MAGA, it's like, man, what the fuck? Like, you know, it is what it is. But my point, but overall, like, I mean, just dumb as fuck. But you know, like a guy like that, I thought was kind of running interference against what you were going at, because the dude was sitting up here making complete mockery of what was going on and acting like he didn't understand certain things. But then he had to, because there in certain parts, because certain parts were kind of undeniable. He's like, oh, you know, there was times where, you know, this, yeah, I'm not saying that there isn't things going on, but this is basically, but basically what he was saying, this is all bullshit. And there was other people that came on in defense of
How don't people understand things like
right.
this? This goes on every day. How many guys over the years have we covered who died at the age that was the jersey number they wore for their career? This happened a lot. And again, he played at Wake Forest. He just happens to die the same day that Chris Paul announces he's retiring. The same Chris Paul whose grandfather was murdered the day he signed with Wake Forest. This is like two bookends. It's like, okay, it starts with Wake Forest and the murder of your grandfather, and the number ritual. Didn't his grandfather get murdered at 61 when he scored 61 in the high school game for him? And then the day he retires, another Wake Forest product just happens to be dead. And like I said, I mean, you learn the Gematria thing, you're like, oh, 54 also fits in with where Chris Paul was drafted to, New Orleans. Okay. Go ahead. Go ahead, GAD.
No, no. That one right there is like, that's another one. I mean, shoot. I mean, Chris Paul played at Wake Forest twice. Also, too, you have you know, the dude, like you said, the dude dying at 54, which I think 54 is what what is it? Is it Rosicrucian or Freemason?
Jesuit order.
Jesuit order at 54. Yeah.
And he played at Boston too, Rodney Rogers, and he dies the day of the JFK assassination when JFK was killed in a place that equals 54. I mean, come on, that's part of it too.
Oh yeah, and I mean, you know, you had the dual RR, which, you know, is what 18 plus 18 is what 36. So, you know, I mean,
36 Jesuit acronym.
Yeah, so I mean, it is very obvious that these people get initiated like going into the league. This all based in masonry, man. Like, you can't deny that shit. Which is the reason why you see a lot of these sports leagues with the same color pattern, red, white, and blue, which is the red, white, and lodge of the Masons and shit, man. So it's like, if you know that this shit exists, then how the hell can you deny this shit? You know what I'm saying? So it's just kind of, to me, like when I just started hearing a lot of these, you know, seeing that shit last night, and then some of his minions was on, because you had the same stream. You know how you can stream someone else's stream, and he had all them other cats on talking crazy and saying that these people are
every day. That's what they do every day.
Yeah. So it's just it's really pathetic. But it's like, to me, the fact that people put so much attention on this to sit up here and try to deny this tells me that that people are a threat, that this is true, that their whole reality is crashing down because this. I mean, at this point, these people, you know, the way I'm looking at it, right? When I watched that Mariners game in the playoffs, when this dude, what's his name, Cal Riley, hit his 62nd home run of the season going into the playoffs. I mean, in the playoffs.
Hold up. If we're going to bring up Cal Riley, let's talk about this.
Okay.
Cal Riley broke the record with his 49th home run, and his name equals 49, and he did it 94 days before his birthday when home runs 94, just like Seattle, Washington. And you guys all know how I've talked about Seattle in 94 in a bazillion different ways, from sports to Cooties 19. Again, when the Seahawks won their only Super Bowl was the 94 season. The other year, I was out in front of the Seahawks building for their opener, telling all the fans, hey, get ready for the L, because Matt Stafford's getting his 94th career win today. But yeah, Cal Raleigh sets the record. And by the way, who was their manager this year? The former catcher, right? And by the way, he became the first catcher to win the home run derby, and it was the 31st, and catchers 31. Anyway, go back to what you're saying about Cal Raleigh, but I want to go over some of those key points with him.
Oh, yeah, and there was a catcher, a former Mariners catcher, that died at the age of, 45 or something like that. It was some crazy number, but he died around that time, too, going into the playoffs. And I think that same one that you were referencing, the dude was on 49 pinch counts. It was either when he fit his 52nd home run, the dude was on his 52nd pitch count, something like that. It was some crazy number. But when he hit that home run, the 62nd home run, right? Why did he hit it right next to right? It was, mind you, it was at T-Mobile Stadium or whatever, right? Why did he hit the home run right next to the guy that had the sign 61, and then it's 60, and he caught it, and they call it, then they switched it up to 62, right, with the sign. And then the funny thing is that the announcer said they could, man, that you couldn't have scripted that any better. Like, I mean, of all times to say that with a six, with someone hitting a home run, why would you sit up here and say that right after the motherfucker hit the damn home run next to the person with the home run sign of 61, and they turned it to 62?
Yeah, Seattle Mariners 62 for the record also, people.
Oh, well, shit. Well, there you go. But yeah, that's pretty much what I was gonna say. What was another thing? Did you ever talk about, because I might talk about this Charlie Kirk thing whenever I get my thing set up, because I'm about to start a new channel to focus on Gematria in the next month or two. Did you ever touch on Ricky Hatton dying like hours after the Netflix fight with Canelo Alvarez and Terrence Crawford?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just more mockery. One of the biggest boxing matches in forever, and then you just got another boxer dead. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
46, Sacrifice 46, Genesis 46, same numbers all the time. Let's see, Fighter 46. His career started in 97, the 25th prime, dead in 2025. Probably something to his 10-6 birthday, too, dying at the time of the start of the 106th NFL season, dead on the Pope's birthday. Ricky Hatton's got those same numbers as Jesuit Order.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. They did not play, man. God damn. Sometimes, I ain't gonna lie, Zach. I mean, boxing's my thing. I'm going pro next year, but I mean, how far do I go before I have to deal with this shit?
Be careful. Be careful. Be careful.
That's all. Yeah. Nah, no doubt. But yeah, no doubt, Zach. I know there's other people that are trying to get in, but nah, man. Good work, man. As always.
All right. Appreciate it, GAD. Thank you.
No problem.
All right, take care. All right, we got King Richard, then we got Daniel. What's up, King Richard? King Rich? Oh, you muted yourself.
Shit.
You muted yourself.
Look at that, man. Dick Fitz.
It's too blurry to see. Dick
Anyway.
Fitz. Yeah, okay. Yeah, Dick Fitz.
Dick Fitz, man. Just
the
think
poor
about
black
that.
pill guy said it's impossible. He doesn't know what that means, but it's okay.
He said what?
The black pill guy, yes, sir. You said to predict a sports game with Gematria is impossible. Black pill. He doesn't know what Dick Fitz means, but it's okay. Go ahead.
He thinks it's all a coincidence. He thinks it's all a coincidence.
He also thinks that's impossible. So
yeah, he thinks it's impossible that the league would choose a guy named Dick Fitz to be in the league. I mean, come on, man. Dick Fitz. But yeah, I mean, such a mockery, man.
You should change your name to King Dick. King Dick. You're a Richard. You could be a Dick too.
Oh my! I know. I always got that in school. Yeah, your name's Dick. You know what I used to respond to them? I'm like, you know what? At least I got a bigger dick than you.
Boom. When pho soup was becoming all the hit in America, which was back when I was in high school, the most popular place was called Pho King. Everybody wanted to go to Pho King. So, anyway.
Yeah, I don't know how the name Richard became Dick. I mean, that is kind of weird how it became that. But I wanted to mention how yesterday, I think it was yesterday. Let me pull up my post. I have a Twitter post on it. Donald Trump, he came out and congratulated Shadur Sanders. He came out and said, Shadur Sanders was great. Wins first game, career stat as a pro for Cleveland. Great genes. I told you so. And that's such mockery, right? Donald Trump becomes the second Grover Cleveland at age 78 when Shadur Sanders was drafted 78 days after his birthday.
On his wife's birthday, on Melania's birthday.
Yep. And he just comes out and says that. Again, it must be another coincidence, right? He was the 144th pick of the draft. His father's born on August 9th. They leaving 144 days left in the year. Must just be another coincidence. But yeah, I mean, just Cleveland 78, Jesuit Order 144. And Jesuits also 78.
Yeah. Don't
More
forget the
mockery.
election was 144 days after Trump's birthday, like he was the 144th pick. Yeah.
Right. But yeah, and I guarantee you, most of that panel, they probably think it's all coincidence that in 1968, World Trade Center construction began. George
But
W.
do you
Bush
think anyone
graduated.
on that panel is honest? I feel like because it doesn't make sense how much money floats around on that channel. It's just the same
No.
small group of people that watch every day, and just all this money floating
Right.
around on that channel with almost no viewership.
It's the same people. It's the same people on there,
Right,
man.
they're all just throwing tons of money at the channel. What is this? Is this like another
It's an
propaganda
operation.
outlet on YouTube pushing all the misinformation? Is that all it is?
It's an operation, Zach. That's what it is, man. It's an operation, and just look at the front runner of it, CT. Isn't he part of a fraternity?
Well, so are a lot of people, but yeah, he's from Alpha Phi Alpha. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, that should just let you know right there. And he gets to be up on YouTube spreading his bullshit. You know, what is his content?
Well, he's allowed to say the N word with the hard ER ending all day and keep his videos monetized. I'm just like, that's crazy. I get taken down for showing Gematria connections.
Right, and you're not even saying half of the shit he's saying. He's saying all this divisive rhetoric, and
half. I'm not saying anything. He's saying all kinds of crazy stuff.
Exactly, man. Exactly, but yeah, it's an operation.
Oh yeah, hold on. I do got to make that point, you guys. The guy from Orem, Utah, who they subbed in for the game last night for the last game of the week that began on Erica Kirk's birthday. His birthday is the Ides of March. And we talked about this in yesterday's stream. Ides of March is to remember the most famous assassination in history. So, I mean, just think about that. Orem, Utah, assassination date, birthday, and then his name is Gay in San Francisco when the shooter was supposedly gay.
Gay, yeah.
And I'm showing you week after week, scripted news and sports, and you guys are going, but how could they do it? I mean, use your imagination. Not that hard, right? I mean, it's really not that hard to imagine.
Well, it's also just a mockery too. Gay in San Francisco. I mean, when San Francisco is really known as the gay city in America. I mean, come on, man. But
and they had the first gay quarterback, Jeff Garcia. I don't care what anybody says; he was gay as everything.
Oh yeah, no doubt about it, man. But yeah, I mean, I just seen that the other day. Somebody, I think it was on Instagram. Somebody put it out there. Gay in San Francisco. That was the headline. I was like, are you serious? Come to find out that his name is Matt Gay. I'm like, come on, man, come on. But yeah, just more mockery. And again, just like you just said, the Christian Kirk thing, that's obvious mockery. How they sync up the world of rigged news.
And once again, they had to put in Kirk Cousins for the Falcons. He won the day of the Charlie Kirk Memorial, and he wins the week that begins on Erica Kirk's birthday. And he was playing another quarterback named Tyler, like the shooter was Tyler, and his running back is Robinson. I mean, come on.
Yeah, and then Robinson equals 106. It's 106 NFL season. Disposed shooters born on the 106th day of the year. And as you said in that first room that got taken down, I was there. I watched all of it, and it's too bad I didn't back up that video.
I said they're going to end up syncing this up with the NFL season. That's the real reason I'm getting taken down. So people go back and look at that, and they'd be like, wait a minute, he's proving his points more and more. But now I can't because the video doesn't exist. Just like 20-some channels don't exist.
Yeah, that video was getting a lot of traction, too. I guarantee it would have stayed up, it would have got more views. But, yeah, you see why they took it down. It got, 50K before it got sniped down?
They took it down once it hit 50K,
yeah. Yeah, it got sniped down at 50. But, yeah, I mean, that's just more proof right there how they sync up stuff like that. And it's just sad how in like just 2025, the information age, everybody has a smartphone. Everybody has a computer, a laptop at their fingertips. And, they don't want to take the time to do any research. They don't want to take the time to do any research.
But, by the way, this was true last night, too, that right on the screen. Yesterday was 122 days after Bryce Young's birthday. San Francisco equals 122 on the 122nd meridian. For the record, Satanic equals 122 as well, like the Satanic Church was founded there. But, yeah, when he threw that other stupid interception, the clock stopped right at a minute 22. I mean, total joke.
Yeah, it's all number.
Number 27 on Monday.
Yeah. Exactly. It's all oriented ritual. And for people who ask all the time, why do they do this? It's because Freemasonry is based in Kabbalah, and
they etch all his number. They're paying tribute to numbers. And when you're saying, how could it be a rig? I mean, watch, you morons. A lob pass into triple coverage on 1st and goal at the 2-yard line. Who would ever do that? It's the dumbest thing you could ever do. Oh, look, he's triple covered. He's not even open. Let me just throw up a little floater for the easiest interception ever. That's the only way you'd ever throw that pass if you were trying to purposely turn the ball over. Only way you'd ever do it. Go look out the remember the Harbaugh Bowl? John equals 47. Jim doesn't. The Frank Gore was literally averaging like 8.5 yards a carry the whole second half. Ravens couldn't stop him at all. He goes right down the field in no time, gets to the goal line. the 49ers run the same rollout play every single time. Colin Kaepernick, I could never stop and watching Colin Kaepernick play football because he always rolled out to the wrong side. It's like, okay, out of all the athletes in the country, you can't find a guy who actually knows how to have proper footwork and uses actual. It was so annoying to watch Colin Kaepernick play football because it didn't make any sense. But the same damn rollout play every time and just firing the ball through the back of the end zone so nobody could catch it for every play to end the Super Bowl with the Ravens hanging on top. And don't forget the whole blackout Super Bowl for the 34-minute blackout. Maryland 34 ends up winning with 34 points on the 34th day of the year, just like they won both their Super Bowls with 34 points. But the same play every time, just rolling out the wrong way against his throwing shoulder and firing it through the back of the end zone to nobody. And you're sitting there thinking this is real? Harbaugh, some mastermind coach. Hey, was this a hard decision? They can't stop Gore. Just run him in the damn end zone and win the game. Oh, let's keep rolling it out and just firing it to nobody. Game over. Ravens win the Super Bowl. I mean, this league is for morons. All these sports leagues are for morons. These elections are for morons. This news every day is for morons. And it's the same cabal that controls it all, and they do it the same way. And you dummies come here, and you're like, I don't get it. Well, what don't you get? What don't you get? The whole thing goes back to masonry based in Kabbalah, where this whole thing of letters and numbers comes from. And you don't get it? Showing you photos of the temple. All is number. What does the word all mean? A-L-L.
Everything.
Everything. And these people are doing number rituals with everything every day. And you're going, I don't get it. How about go back to kindergarten? How about acknowledge that you're a retard and you should have been in the Special Olympics classroom? You should have been. I'm joking when I said this whole nation should be short buses. I don't even know why there's any long buses out here. It should just be short buses picking up all the kids, because I noticed it when I was a kid. A bunch of incompetent retards with almost no skills, no athletic ability, no ability to critically think, just a bunch of morons. That's why I'm so fed up when I talk, because I've been feeling this way since I was a child. As a child, I could see that Jordan was bullshit. Michael Jordan was bullshit. He wasn't some great god. No, he was the guy that the whole league was structured around, just like Tom Brady. Tom Brady's even worse, though, because he's not athletic at all. Tom Brady is slow as a slug.
You got the mom body.
He's in the league with a dad's body who hadn't worked out for 20 years, already had been working on little bitch tits, a gut, and they made this guy the GOAT. Remember what they had to do to DMX for the GOAT ritual, along with the Goatville killings and everything else? Anyway, all this stuff just annoys the hell out of me.
Oh, dude, I feel the same way. It pisses me off because, like, I go out there and I try to educate, the dummies out there about, what's going on, and they think it's all just some kind of coincidence, or they just think it's all schizophrenia.
Which is what all the retards do, right? Just all their programming.
Yeah.
It's like, what? So I thought schizophrenia is when you hear voices in your head.
Yeah,
not when
exactly.
You recognize the same old patterns every day.
That's what I was saying. I was like, don't you realize that you don't even know the real meaning of schizophrenia? That really means you're hearing voices in your head. And
here's the historical connection to schizophrenia is people who used to question authority, they'd get sent to mental asylums, lobotomies in part of their brain, and they would call them schizophrenic. So it's all connected to this thing that's been going on for centuries. Questioning an authority means you have a mental illness to these brain dead slave masses.
And I'd say anybody just believing the authorities is that,
Yeah. I got to let a few more people get in here, and then I got to go back and do my own Patreon thing this morning.
Well, I got one more addition. It's off topic, but one more addition. Do you know who Cecil Rhodes is? Cecil Rhodes?
Yeah, the diamond guy who carved up Africa and exploited a lot of darker complected people.
He said he wanted to model. Did you know that he's on record saying he wants to model a secret society after the Jesuit order in the Scottish Rite?
Well, I actually didn't know that. I'll look into that. But yeah, his name, get the Rhodes scholarships, like the most prestigious scholarship in the world. This evil man.
Bill Clinton's one of them too.
I've talked about Cecil Rhodes a lot in the past. So,
but here, just to add real quick, he did die on 26/3, like 263, the 56 prime. He would end up dying 101 days before his birthday, and his name literally equals 101 and 56. He died at 48 on a day with 48 date numerology, and Illuminati and Freemason equals 48.
He created something called the Society of the Elect. I'm going to look more into that. I haven't researched that before.
Yeah, because I just came on my radar too, but I did not know he was on record saying that he wanted to model a society after the Jesuits and Freemasons. So that should just, for all the dummies who think it's the Jews, it's the small hats. It's really the Jesuits and the Scottish Rite. And there's other
Well,
oils too.
I mean, again, it's like one is the elephant and the other is the little bird on the elephant's back, and people can't figure out which one's which when it's super obvious. Again, we're not on the small hats calendar. They didn't,
and we're not speaking Hebrew. We're not speaking.
They didn't just reopen the government on Netanyahu's birthday. They reopened it on the Superior General's birthday, his 77th birthday, when the nation's capital is on the 77th meridian, and United States equals 77.
Yep.
Again, no founders warned about small hats, but they did warn about the Jesuits, and that's why everyone's so backwards in their thinking. They don't know anything. They don't see the obvious. They don't see number 18 Peyton Manning winning the rigged Super Bowl, which we called at the start of the season why they beat the Panthers. But I still remember the first pass of the game. Number 18 to 81 for an 18-yard gain on a wobbly, shitty pass from a man with a broken
wounded duck.
With a 10-yard cushion on number 81 for God knows what reason. Oh, actually, we do, because they needed the 18-yard completion to start the last game of number 18's career as he'd ride off into the sunset. All right, Rich. Appreciate it, man.
All right, thank you.
All right, take care. All right, we got Daniel D. Spamway 510 and Gematria 32. What's up, Daniel?
What's up, Zach? I was on the. Let me see if I can show my camera. I was on there last night trying to just trying to do the best I can, and I think sometimes you're a little too informative, and you just gotta try to dumb it down as much as possible.
Well, I tried to do that for a while with Rodney Rogers, man. I was like, how simple is that one?
Yeah, and I was just, but I think we did pretty good yesterday, So I mean the guy that was hosting, he said that he was the next best thing to Moses and stuff. So
well, he says that stuff every day. I don't. If you're never familiar with him, I've been aware of him for a year, so I go on there a couple times a week and just make him look dumb every week.
All right. I mean, we were just trying to, we were just putting evidence out there, So
you know what a raccoon is?
I mean, and you mean the animal? I don't know exactly what a raccoon is.
No. I mean Uncle Tom.
No. I never heard of that terminology before.
You know who Clayton Bigsby is?
Yeah.
The Dave Chappelle skit?
Yeah.
Clayton Bigsby's a raccoon and Uncle Tom, and that's who CT is as well. They're all the same type.
Yeah, but I mean, they were really I was on there for a little bit, and they were really trying hard to get me to say bad things about the community and stuff. But I mean, I think we might have gotten to some people over there, and I think that's all that really matters.
Well, that's why I go over there too, just to debunk all the crap he's doing and just show people what it actually looks like when somebody intelligent's in the room. No, that's some kind of well-funded psychological operation over on that channel. If you hang around there, you'll see he makes a lot of money every day just doing nothing. It's here I am. I just help people go 18-1 last night. If we were streaming on his channel, he wouldn't have done a damn thing. He'd already made $500. So
anyway. Yeah, even with the quarterback, they kept bringing up Sanders or whatever, and he wears number 12, and he literally started week 12. There's only 18 weeks, but the odds of him hitting the Zach 12 is,
Notice both the touchdowns last night. First 2 touchdowns of week 12 or 12-yard touchdowns. It's comical, man. It's comical. And shout out to last night who called the first touchdown of the game to be the first reception by Mr. Jennings. And why was that the call? Because we saw that his next reception was his 33rd. We call MNF the 33 game of the week. Last night, McCaffrey got his 33rd rushing touchdown with the Niners, but number 15, his 33rd reception of the year, was the first touchdown of the game, and it was a 12-yarder. How perfect.
Yeah, I can't get into the numbers how you guys do it right there. You know what I mean? So, but I mean, yeah, it's just they can't really see how these small selective people have created institutions and non-government organizations, and how they all are looking over to the right where there are 8 billion people, and they're trying to make a profit from it all. Power, profit, and control.
Yeah, that's what the whole world's about. A small group of very powerful and rich people controlling the masses like they're cattle out in the field.
Right, and then they created institutions like Ivy League schools and these secret societies and social clubs, and they just took it to the whole next level. They mastered it.
Right, they keep the ruling class in their position, and they keep the cattle out in the field. Cattle, we're going to feed you another NFL game. Come over here, morons. Come watch the NFL and stay in the pasture. I mean, that's what goes on every week. So.
Yeah, so and I think that the whole Gematria is just like one branch of it all, you know. So there's a lot more going on, but you know, I do believe that they do pay a tribute to the
Give me
numbers.
another branch in the tree that you can do more with, or even a comparable amount with. What's another branch in the tree?
What do you mean? Like I just like these like corporations, like ITT Tech and stuff.
Thing, but at the same time, it's like if you were looking at a tree, this might be a really weird tree. This tree might just have this big, huge, thick branch that like almost all the leaves are on, and then there are some other branches on there.
I don't think it's like I really think it's more like what do they call it? Swarm intelligence, like how birds fly together, but there's really no leader. They just all work together, you know.
Yeah, I see it that way too. I'm making the point though that this Gematria thing, you can use it to see through the news every day. The election,
yeah, most definitely,
sports, market, crypto. I mean, I don't know any other knowledge out there that you can do all this with.
Yeah, you definitely can see it on the market sometimes. I think like one of the last lows on the market, like the spot ended at like 666. I remember you covering it a little bit on that. I don't know if you remember it or not.
Well, they've done some 666 rituals with the market. Yeah, absolutely. There's been a few of them.
But yeah, it's not even. But you know, just like even with the whole Charlie Kirk and the Chicago and Oregon, and it's just like it's really hard to deny this stuff. Even with the New England Patriots, when they had won the Super Bowl against Seattle on the 1 yard line, like everybody knew that was fishy. But what's even crazier was like the next time they played, the game ended right there on the 1 yard line again, but it was in reverse. You know?
Well, but then they also benched the guy who made the game-winning play, and they lose the game. It's like, can you imagine that? Can you imagine benching the guy who won you the last Super Bowl?
Yeah, and like the thing with Marshawn Lynch too is like, because I'm a Patriots fan, and like we could not stop that guy, and like at some point they literally just stopped giving him the ball.
All of Brady's Super Bowls are scripted, every single one. He should have never been. I mean, if Ben was real, he'd never even play in the NFL. That's how shitty he is.
All right. But I mean, like a lot of people do understand like Drake and how he's like with the Illuminati and you know, and like the owl and how Alex Jones infiltrated.
Blue Jays 39th postseason all time on his 39th birthday.
Right, exactly. Yeah. The whole Dodgers thing, you know, like that was crazy too. Like, so.
By the way, for all you retards out there that just sit on the free stuff, one guy was all hurt. He's like, I took the Blue Jays after what you said about Drake. It's like, well, moron, we never had the Blue Jays to win the World Series. We had them to win Game 1, but we didn't have them to win the series. No, it was Lock City for the Dodgers. All you guys who sit out here and can't invest in the Patreon, you're losers. You deserve to lose that World Series for not signing up for the Patreon, punk. All right, Daniel. Appreciate it, man.
Yeah, no problem. But I was gonna say one last thing. But even if people were like just listening to just the Charlie Kirk stuff when that was going on, like I made some pretty decent money around that time, and I feel like a lot of us did. So, you know, the proof is in the pudding. So
people are making decent money almost every single day if you're on my Patreon. Appreciate it, Daniel.
All right, Zach. Take care.
Yeah, you know, you losers who sit out there and watch the free stuff, like the guy who was crying about the Cowboys winning the game this week should have been on the Patreon. We knew the Cowboys game was super dangerous. We torched the NFL this week. My advice for the Cowboys is probably take the Cowboys at +4.5 for this past weekend. You said Jerry Jones was going to get his 267th loss for his Philly. That was the initial read a week out, but then once we actually looked at the game, we said, oh, man, there's a lot here for Dak to win. Dak got his 22nd home win over the NFC East when the Eagles loved that 22, just like the Chiefs last year, picked up their 22nd postseason loss, losing with 22 points. 3 out of the 4 postseason games for the Eagles last year had 22 in the score, which isn't a very common NFL score, but it happened in 75% of their football games. And it's the problem with the morons not catching on. We've been teaching about Eagles in 22 for over a decade. 22, pretty rare football score to happen in 75% of the games, including the Super Bowl where the Chiefs get their 22nd loss. To not have these things register is just a sign of how dumb you are. And please don't be the person who cries about how I talk about how dumb humanity is. I'm going to continue to talk about how dumb humanity is because this is a truth channel. And the truth is people are fucking retarded. And it's annoying as fuck. And there's no other way to express it as an intelligent human being. Watching these losers get invested in these bullshit politics continue to believe these bullshit news stories to talk about sports like it's some kind of great organization with integrity and you got to be a madman to think it's rigged. I'm sorry, you're a fucking moron. Okay, let's get D in here. Spamwave 510 and Gematria 32. What's up, D?
What up, Zach? My man, Zach. Oh my God. Okay, Zach. Bro, I'm such a fan. I'm fanning out right now. I'm the one that on my channel, I posted the Kundis. I said, hey, Zach, do a breakdown of her and the upcoming kill date. Okay.
I wouldn't mind if if anything happens to her, you know it's going to be a hoax too, just like Charlie got loaded in the SUV. But I wouldn't mind her being removed from the stage. I can't stand her. Yeah, cool.
Bro, you preaching to the choir. I say it all on my channel. I did a whole thing. There's no BLOOD anywhere around, dude. I'm a sniper. I'm a Marine. It's insane. In all the world's a stage. Anywho, let me get to my point. So
here's a point I got to make too. Why do people keep watching certain people's channels? The FBI director comes out, makes that weird remark about Valhalla. Then there's some YouTuber I've never heard of that all of a sudden is in my feed every day named Valhalla covering the Charlie Kirk thing. And now he's gone to like black fatigue and all this other right-wing crap. But he goes from like, it's got to be a conspiracy to somehow he's on the Mason thing. I mean, you did a video saying it doesn't make sense that they could have carried him away with no blood. But then 2 days later, you're acting like the whole thing's real. How can people continue to watch people like this? Like, wait a minute, he just did a whole video on how it must be a hoax, but now he's on It's Real 2 days later. You think he's going to be like, this guy doesn't have any credibility, but somehow his channel's getting bigger and bigger and bigger and more views every day. Meanwhile, I'm over here making my case in spades and the viewership goes down every day. I mean, how's that possible? We know how it's possible. It's the algorithm. But I just don't get why some of you dummies can't see who are the total frauds out here, like pretty much every big channel, like Kundis and all the rest of them. Anyway, go ahead, D.
No, go ahead. Go off, bro. I'm with you. I'm so with you because okay, so first let me just address what the last caller said, which was you need to dumb down the information. 100% not, okay? Because those with eyes.
The last caller, I don't mean to be, I can just kind of tell like he needs it dumbed down for him. Just some of the things I hate when I hear people say like, you know, Gematria is just one thing, one monster thing. Show me again. And they couldn't. I said, tell me something else, another piece of knowledge, and he doesn't have an answer. That's why I hear the robotic stuff, and he was kind of reminding me of another one of these bots. But anyway, go ahead, D.
No, I'm with you. It's okay. Gematria and the numerology and the Kabbalah is everything. It is literally the fucking matrix. It is the green fucking code. But here's the kicker. Those with ears to hear will hear, and those with eyes to see. So for me, as an older woman, I love you and just want to say, you ain't got to be worried about these idiots, okay? The spirit of truth that moves and wakes us all up will get to them all because they all got to go through. The way I say it is most people are sitting down still having a fucking conversation with Morpheus. These niggas haven't even taken the red pill. You hear me? That's a fact. That's a fact. But once you do take it, your vocabulary changes, your life changes, and you will find each other. Just like when I found you, I've been peeping your channel out. I'm like, okay, I know 100 goddamn percent he knows what the fuck he's talking about. So when I'm all the way on the other side of the world now, by the way, I no longer live in the United States. I'm 12 hours away. So when I went to bed last night, I saw you on this live. I said, Zach live. And I was like, okay, I tapped in for just a little minute. But I was like, I got to go to bed. When I woke up this fucking morning, they saw the shit was like 7 hours and then clicked on and saw this coon ass, loud, obnoxious, agent ass nigga disrespecting you like that, acting willfully ignorant, like he couldn't figure out the fucking pattern about 42 and Negroes. I'm not a victim. They're killing your nigga ass every day in these stupid ass games, you coon ass fraternity. Oh my God. He sucked so much dick and took it up the ass so hard to be in that motherfucking fraternity and get them super chats. Who are we kidding? Anyway.
I guarantee you're right. I guarantee he's gay because he was having a stream with another guy who's gay that's on there a lot, and they were talking about how handsome I was one day. I was like, listen to these guys. These guys are gay.
Bro, you sat there like a G while this man acted like a black Alex Jones, like his fucking veins were going to pop. You talking about emotional intelligence? Not having it, him, okay? And you know what really riled him up is that you keep mentioning his stupid black ass as a white man. Hey, nigga, you don't see the pattern? Of course he does. Of course he does. He is the black box. He is the fucking cube. He know. He damn sure knows. He's getting paid a lot of money to know. Yes, they all are in on it. So when people get caught up in individuals, oh, Drake, no, all the fuck of them. Kendrick Lamar got a motherfucking song right now called Luther to Lucifer. Y'all better get with this shit. Okay? For real. It ain't no joke. The shit Zach is talking about in a plain language is some shit straight from the divine, channeling through this man to show you every day. I promise you, within the next 2 weeks, I'm already on the Patreon. I'm about to start, and I'm almost 60. Man, I'm about to start making me some fucking money. I'm about to start making me some money. Okay? Because I know you kicking ain't nothing but what? Science. These people created a science. It's based on numbers. You better become Neo. You better learn how to get the fuck out, because most people, Zach, are already still plugged in. That's why in the Matrix, the whole red lady in the red dress. Remember that lady in the red dress. You ain't got to keep trying to tell these ignorant motherfuckers nothing, because most of them are like Cyrus. They want to get plugged back in if they're out, right? Or they ain't never even took the goddamn pill in the first place. So I applaud you, my dude. I love your shit down. I can't wait to invite you to my channel to interview you, but I'm gotta get situated in my new apartment. Give me a couple of weeks. I'll shoot you an email.
I look forward to that. I look forward to that, D. I like the way you speak. I'm glad you're here this morning. Thank you.
No, thank you for real, because what you give is a sincere heart. You are giving clear information. It is clearly coming from the purest source of the most highest, whatever you want to call that, to wake us up. And this is how you know the truth. You shall know the truth, and it will set you free. There is something in us that attaches and will bring us to each other. This is what the system does never wanted us people to do. I will give 1,000,001 fucking Matrix movie references because that movie really shows you what it is, bro. It is the searching. It's going through the metamorphosis. It is waking up. It is becoming the one and finding your way out of the fucking Matrix, bro. And remember what happened to Neo. It was shiny and new and lovely when he was in the Matrix. When he came through, what happened? They didn't even have a motherfucking color wheel where that nigga went. It was gray, black, brown, and they was eating slop. So
Exactly.
you are 100% correct. That shiny nigga over there getting them super chats is absolutely opposition, because when you really see the Matrix, the agents turn against you. The machine can't fuck with you, though. That's a fact. If you stand on truth, it can't fuck with you, but it will no longer reward you. And it's cool, because guess what? That's when you tap into the other thing. And that thing starts to reward you. And that's when your freedom comes. And most people, again, are sitting down admiring motherfucking Lawrence Fishburne's glasses, bitch, trying to figure out how he balancing them on his goddamn nose. And they ain't took the red pill, but they want to talk shit. And that's a fact. And you shall know a tree by its fruit. Fuck whoever that CT boot-licking coon ass nigga was. On my mama. Him and Candace Owens are the worst type of motherfucking race traitors. Do you know Candace Owens is married to a Jesuit, my nigga?
I didn't realize he was Jesuit, but it doesn't surprise me.
Bro. Anyway, I'll invite you to my channel. I love you. Everybody who is in the chat trying to grasp this information already has this information. Hey, this thing ebbs and flows. It really does. But just hold on to the fact that no matter if nobody tells you crazy, you fucking not. There was no such thing as a goddamn moon landed. The fucking earth is actually goddamn flat. Okay. And there's no such thing as, oh, well, this one is a good person and that one's a good person because they're my favorite actor. They're my favorite singer. All of it. All of it is staged. All the world's a stage, bro. We're all actors up in this Mappa Tappa. Decide who you want to be in it, because one day we gonna figure out When we get to see the Wizard of Oz, when we get to meet the Oz and shit, we gonna have to see whose team we was on and how we were playing. Zach is playing. He's out here playing, and he's playing at a high level. This man that wrote books on this shit. Man, I applaud you, Zach, for real. The Most High loves you. I know that. So bless you, bless your family, and all your endeavors, my brother.
D, real quick, somebody on the chat want to know: have you set up your channel yet, or is it still something you're going to do?
Oh no, I've got it. I've got over 6,000 subscribers. I had it for about 6-7 years.
What's your channel? Let's get some more subs. What's the channel?
What is it? I think it's D Ramsey, DeeRamsey, and it's Midlife Nomad now. Mm-hmm. If you put in D Ramsey, I'm gonna pop right the fuck up.
Is it Retired Nomad?
Yes, Retired Nomad. There you go.
I got it. Here, I'm putting it up right now. Yeah.
Yeah. Matter of fact, my last video was the one where I talked about Kundus. Because when she did that shit, I was like, bitch, you ain't about to pull one on us. I said, I said, say, get her.
Yeah, and another 42 ritual is said.
So, bro, every day that I wake up and I see that literally another dead body on your channel, it's really insane. And for that guy, whoever his CT, the willfully ignorant Negro, for him to sit up there and act so obtuse, like literally, how could you act so smart and be so ignorant at the same time? Those two things there's no way Kundus can even find all the shit she thinks she's giving out and not run into the goddamn Jesuits. It's not possible.
Right. I'm gonna look more to her husband now that he gave me that piece. So,
honey. Anyway, I love you, Zach. God bless you. Take care, chat. Be well. Ta-ta for now.
Talking to you, D.
Yes, sir.
Look forward to the interview. You take care.
I'll be in the chat. Take care. Bye-bye.
Right, take care. Bye. All right, we got Spamwave 510 and Gematria 32. Then I got to go start my Patreon stream. What's up? What's up, Spamwave?
Hey man, what's up? There's this channel called Swilliamson. Swilliamism. And he made a video a couple weeks ago called Weird 33s. It's actually a really good video, and he has some other really good videos. But since he doesn't bring up the Gematria piece, he's really missing that. He goes around to Masonic temples around London, and at literally every single 33 address. This is like where the Buckingham Palace is.
Does he point out that London's divided into 33 neighborhood areas?
I'm not sure. I haven't heard him say that yet.
England equals 33 as well, but anyway, go ahead. Modern
with
in London in the banking district, masonry 33, like secrecy, like order, like England, like that's on Britain. Go ahead.
That's what he's missing. Yeah, I think that you should make a video like responding to him, because he kind of has like a smaller channel, so I think that he would probably see it. Because he's really missing the Gematria piece to like actually tie it together. And yeah, it like every single 33 address has a checkerboard entrance, and it has like some kind of Masonic, emblem on it, or very weird art on it.
You guys go to a cemetery. Go to a cemetery, guys. When you have a minute, just go to a cemetery and start to look at people who died in the 1800s. Look how many have a Masonic emblem. Masonry used to be a lot bigger than it is, but it'll show you how many people have been in this secret society throughout history. It'll blow your mind how common it used to be a Mason. All these secret societies. You drive into any town, you guys. Any town in America, you drive in, there's just that welcome sign, and you got the Lions Club logo and the Mason logo. I mean, you guys, that's why when people are acting like, how do they keep the secrets? You guys, these secret societies are so well established across this whole world. It's people's ignorance is the only reason they don't get what's going on. Anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, what's funny about that? I was at the cemetery last month doing like some photography, and I noticed that it seems like I was looking at a ton of the stones, and a lot of it seems like 100 years ago, people lived way longer than they do now. Like the amount of new stones that were like young people versus the amount of older stones, which were like mostly people like in their between their like late 80s and 90s. It's pretty weird. Like it doesn't really seem like that many people live that long anymore. Both my grandmothers, great grandmothers, they lived to 98, 99. And yeah, although it wasn't in the US, or they were in Colombia, where they're like getting like natural food, and like the diet's not filled with disgusting chemicals and fast food and all that crap. So they live really long. Even though she was overweight, she was like 250 pounds when she died, and she was 99. But she would just eat like home cooked food. But anyway, I'm getting off topic. Yeah, the other thing I wanted to bring up was that you were talking about how dumb people are. They actually did a study about, and they did this new study. You know that 1 in 4 people has a relationship with AI, like they're falling in love with AI and they're actually dating it.
Like more than 1 in 4. Everybody's doing everything with AI. I'm purposely trying not to use AI because essentially all we're doing is investing in our own destruction. So,
yeah, I think. Well, I use it a lot for teaching and stuff. Like it can kind of explain things to you in a way that's it's just like Googling stuff now is like impossible. Whenever I Google something, it never like tells me anything. It's just like it's just spam or viruses or just crap. But yeah, it's like people don't understand the level of control that we're about to go into with AI and the robots and stuff. If you watch like the Tesla keynote, they're going to be doing these cars that don't even have steering wheels or anything. Like you don't drive it, the AI drives it. So, and then they're going to have humanoid robots too, which can just do anything that a person does because people are stupid and they just do repetitive tasks. So a robot can easily do all that stuff. And it's going to be to the point that, and actually on the keynote, he was saying that like the robot's going to make sure that you don't do anything illegal. Like he said this like on stage, you know, combined with the surveillance and the phone with the.
Yes. And yeah, I don't know. A part of me thinks it is for the best, as dumb as people are. Just let the robots and the AI take over and phase these dummies out.
Yeah, I agree.
On it. I mean, in one hand, it's obviously terrible, but on the other hand, it's just like you look how dumb everyone is. I mean,
I kind of agree with them. It's like just get rid of them.
Yeah.
We don't need them.
The 21st century has proven beyond a shadow of a doubt how incapable and pathetic humanity is.
Yeah. So, I mean, with all these tools, it's like you can learn any skill.
3's video. I appreciate that.
All right, I'll let you get to it. I'm on shrooms right now. This shit is fucking awesome, man. You got to try it.
Go out in nature, not on a computer.
You got to try it again. It's awesome.
I've done a lot of shrooms in my life. Trust me, it's way better to be out in nature. All right, buddy. Enjoy the shroom trip.
All right, see you.
If you ever do shrooms, you should be out in nature. It is way better. What's up, 510?
What up, Zach? He not lying, chat. Please go out to nature and look at the trees breathe and the
exactly.
wind.
You're like, damn, everything is alive. This is crazy. I couldn't see the truth until I was on these damn shrooms.
Yeah, like everything's literally alive. The trees are alive. They're breathing. They're looking at you. You see the colors. You feel like you're like 2 or 3 years old. All the colors are bright. How they're supposed to look. Nothing's dull. But
I've really never done shrooms. There's no other drug that's comparable. It's not even a drug. It's a plant, and it does something amazing to your mind. Again, Terrence McKenna, his whole theory is that it's what it caused humanity to evolve, which to me makes sense.
It will.
A lot of people who are atheists or have no spirituality do the right dose of mushrooms and go out in nature, and I bet you find spirituality, and you'll start to understand what all these musicians like Bob Marley been singing about with "We're all one." You've never felt the oneness unless you're on the old shroom. But go ahead, 510.
Yeah, only microdose. So I've never taken the eighth before. I ain't that strong. But anyways, what I gotta say, just kind of piggyback what bro was saying with the AI. He kind of missed some parts with the robots. They're not there yet technically, but with Figure, you got an Optimus bot, you got Boston Dynamics, you got Atlas. All these companies right now, all of them are based in California too, by the way. All these companies with their open AIs, with their LLMs, the AGIs is going to come in 2026. We really do got to be aware. Because that's the real plan. That's the 20. That's the agenda right there. That's what we kind of talked about with the sports stream yesterday. He's like, now I can kind of talk about it. But the thing is, that's why the things going on right now in the world with Islamification of America, and we have the Christianity battle now with the Muslim battle now. That's the whole spiritual warfare that they've been talking about. It's actually here in the physical. But the whole time with the quote unquote Jews,
I'm just going to go on the record. I don't like any religion, but if I had to choose a Muslim country over what we have here, I'd allow the Muslim takeover. Their countries are better. They don't have any homelessness. They don't have all the crazy problems. They don't have the LGBTQ epidemic. They don't have a lot of shit that we have. And all these conservatives are so against Islam, but why are you against them? They pretty much have all the same values as you, and they're all super religious. You just don't like the hijab? Anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, that, and then
listen, you called in on that propaganda yesterday too, and I was kind of annoyed.
Really?
All
Okay,
these
my
people
bad.
going, "Oh my God, Muslims are bad." Did the Muslims ever crusade in the world? What Muslim invader nation is there building bases all over, bombing all the non-Muslims? I don't know anybody that's happening anywhere in history. No, all these people are so backwards; they don't have a fucking clue what they're talking about.
It was funny.
And
It wasn't.
this isn't me endorsing Islam. I just know they're better than us. And how do I know that? Because I used to teach in a school district where half of them were Muslim immigrants, and the parents were really good people, and they cared about their students. They were invested in learning and education. Meanwhile, the American parents were at home playing Call of Duty and doing God knows what. So, no, Muslim takeover, the country will probably be a lot better place. Anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, and I want to apologize too about that, bringing that to the sports stream. My bad, Zach. Let me actually get on the camera for this. My bad for that. I just kind of got off with that one, but yeah, that's what kind of want to talk about. But the thing is, as well with the AI, like you said, the more inputs the more prompts we give these LLMs, they were literally just going to our own demise. Yeah, man. This if y'all are new to Zach, man, he's not coincidence theorist. He's not a pattern recognition, whatever they talk about. This dude's legit, man. We literally caught the first touchdown of the NFL game like we do all the time. Like he said it, Jawan Jennings, man, that brought me back, Zach, because that's the only one that hit for real. Remember when I said I hexed everyone putting that parlay together? None of those picks hit except for the number 4 guy.
You hit the first touchdown of the game. That's always it's a money-making night. It's hard to not lose. It's hard to not make money if you hit the first touchdown of the game.
Facts. That's why I wasn't even. That's why I did not trip, because little Jawan came through. But yeah, man. Everything you do, Zach Brown, I'm always gonna be. I'm kind of mad. I didn't know you had the that 8-hour battle like you. I rewatched the video.
I wasn't on there the whole time. I thought when I ended it, I didn't realize it kept playing on my channel until I found out that Chris guy is a little snake.
Yeah,
I had to come in and call him out for being the little snake that he is.
I saw you trying, and then
he was trying to act. He goes like, "I don't need Zach, dude. You sit on my fucking page all day and advertise, you little story piece of shit."
Yeah, he's like, yeah, I don't get it. And then Kate's CT, he was when I first came here. He was.
That's the thing I know too. How CT was like praising him up so high. I was like, something's going on here. This guy must be part of the network.
Yeah,
he tried to fade 35 Thursday all year that one season that it was winning every week. He called every day. He's like, nah, not going to be this week. It's like, how can you call in every week and fade this super winning pattern?
Yeah, those guys are shields. I see what
you guys. He guaranteed the Dick Butkus game, which we just made a fortune off. He called in that day and he's like, "Nope, the Bears are getting blown out tonight. Nope, I don't see Fields throwing any touchdowns tonight. We had Fields four touchdowns and a million other things that hit that night." That guy that called in yesterday, I have no doubt anymore that he's.
I'm gonna get on my camera for this. Hey, Chaotic. Oh my bad. I know you in here, Chaotic. You're weird, bro. You're really a coon, bro. You're
is
a
he
legit
really in here right now? Where's he at?
I know he is. He's always in these videos, bro. You're a coon, bro, and you're literally a sellout, bro.
He knows he is.
The fact you're acting like Zach and these people made this calculator, no, bro. A equals 1, B equals 2, and C equals 3. That has been known. That's been known. Michael Jackson even said in ABC's 1, 2, 3s, bro. It's just like that. And it's also like Zach always said, like the police, the Gematria's a killing game. Like, bro, this has been here. He's just been the one out of everybody in the whole world to discover it and expose it. And y'all hate that. Y'all hate that they switched up like I said last time, y'all hate that they switched up the what did I call it? I can't say the word right now. Can you help me out? They switched up not the program, but they switched
algorithm?
up they switched up the algorithm on Gematria. Now y'all missing on y'all parlays and y'all bets. Don't be mad. Y'all gotta relearn the knowledge and learn some new.
You just gotta be more conservative and selective. Yeah, it's not as easy as it used to be, and that's obvious why, because more people have learned about this and are benefiting. They're gonna try and stay ahead of the curve. So
yeah, and then you got people. I mean, it's out now. You even got people on TikTok now that's literally saying your stuff verbatim, like saying your quotes verbatim, bro. On TikTok,
we got Hollywood movies doing my quotes verbatim. Where's my royalties at from Eddington?
that, and then you got announcers saying it now, like trying to, bro. We got announcers acknowledging us because they know that we know what they're saying, but the masses, the bots don't. But they're literally speaking to us, joking, like, you know, it's just like
you got
it's crazy,
Baker
bro.
Mayfield coming back in his first game. Or who was he with that year? The Rams on the huge
Rams
comeback for 35.
on a
30. We all
two-day
thought we lost because it looked so bad. And I still remember as they scored, Al Michaels just had to scream out 35 seconds left. It's like, what the fuck, dude? I know they're mocking us.
Yeah, man.
35 Thursday.
But if y'all new to this community, man, none of us are schizophrenic. None of us are coincidence theorists. We are just normal people, bro. We're not, you know, trying to be blinded.
Coincidence theorists, they might actually listen. Because in their mind, there's no such thing as a conspiracy. Everything's just a coincidence.
Yeah, man. But thanks for taking my call, Zach. I'm always gonna be a supporter. But if I was there, if I was on it last night, man, I would have came through and I would have crashed all that whole thing. But Chaotic Gear really a sellout, bro. And people like you and like that other guy that got caught on that one podcast.
He sold out the world for about $500 a day, and maybe a lot of other people would, but that's probably what he makes a day, $500 to get on and do his little raccoon performance each day.
And then remember the last time you did that thing when I joined up, I think it was a minute ago. When we kind of told us like you're gonna have that debate. That one guy that was in there, I didn't know he was like an internet personality like that. The guy that got called out for his wife having 3 kids. Did you remember it? The Freshest Fit? What was the name?
Andrew Wilson guy?
Yeah, I didn't know he was a personality.
He's part of the Shill Network too. I don't know how these. Well, his wife worked for Fox News. He must have got in there somehow through her. So
okay, but that's all I'm gonna say. I'm taking up so much time. See you on the Patreon. I'm in the back room. Zach, thank you for taking my call,
right.
bro. We here, bro.
Good call on Jennings, buddy. Just takes one big to give you a winner.
Yes, sir.
All right, man. Sit. What's up, Gematria 32?
Yeah, I was gonna get on the stream, but I didn't. I thought about it. I was like, I don't want that kind of traffic coming to my page. You understand?
Here, let's promote your page.
All those trolls. I didn't need that. I was like, oh hell no. You know what I'm saying?
You'll be the best to handle the trolls. You're good at making thumbnails, by the way.
No, you got to go to shorts. It's shorts. A lot of people forget. You gotta use the video shorts. You know what I'm saying? But did you hear that fucking slob from Vegas?
Yeah, he's done. I didn't even hear the whole thing, but somebody actually hit me up and said, Zach, Chris is on there right now being a little snake. And I tuned in and I was like, okay, I heard enough. I had to go in and call him out.
Oh, my God. Yo, that's how a lot of people are, though. On the, you know,
don't you just hate little, that's why I don't like when he calls and does all that ass kissing. He's just a little fake fraud. You know what he told me last year? He said, Zach, you've helped me get my Patreon up to $14,000 a month. Can you promote me a little bit more? Because I want to quit my valet job. And I thought, wait a minute. So you're up to $14,000 a month advertising on my page, and you can't quit your valet job yet?
He talking all that shit. Oh, yeah, I don't need Zach. I don't need, and then he tells people, oh, the Jazz is going to win plus 15. Nigga, they lost by 20. What the fuck you talking about?
Hey, we didn't like the Jazz at all yesterday.
Exactly. If you was on the Patreon, you would have knew that. You know, like, he's stupid. Like, just disgusting character, disgusting individual. You understand?
Yeah. That's why. Yeah.
Really, really disgusting. Zach, I would just put everything behind the paywall. Fuck everybody. Fuck everyone.
At this point, I might as well, because there's like never any new signups. We just have the community. It's funny how like nobody else. It's because they've shadow banned the channel. We're not reaching really any new people. But all of you guys who are in the community who still just never supported the Patreon even once. I mean, why? Do you guys have like dumb belief systems like taking advantage of rigged sports is some kind of sin or it's bad? Why is it bad? Here, in your own logic, why is it better to go work for one of these evil corporations and pay all this tax money to your horrible government? Why is that better? Tell me about it.
Yo, I had an 8 pick yesterday. I made $300 yesterday. I'm good. I don't know. I don't know. Like, I don't know where people's heads are. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is a cakewalk. This is a walk in the park. It's nothing.
Yeah.
You know. And then at that, so you got that stupid fucking Catholic fuck there. Just disgusting people. Disgusting fucking people, bro. Like, and then the other kids is, bruh. I'm like, yo, can you communicate correctly? Can you, like, it's disgusting. Disgusting.
It is.
I'm sorry you have to go through that, bro.
It's all right. Let's wrap this up. We'll start the Patreon stream here real soon. I'll finish up today's notes. There's not a whole lot of games, and then we'll see what we got.
Did you did you see about that missing coach with the Bears hat?
Missing coach?
Yeah, missing football coach with the bear. He had a bear. They should keep on showing him with this Bears hat. I'm like, what the fuck? But anyway, you about to start
By the Pope.
You're gonna start another stream.
The Union High School Bears. Okay, yeah.
I'll let you go.
He disappeared on Biden's birthday, aka Erica Kirk's birthday when they're from the Chicago area.
Yeah.
All right.
Peace, Zach. Peace.
Yeah, I'm live. What's up, King Henry? All right.
Which one am I on? The sports one or the?
No, it's not. It's a public stream. Oh, the wrong mic on. Oh, we got a King Henry side. Did you want to share something with the people? I'll call you back in a minute.
Yeah. Give me a call back after you're done.
All right. That's what we'll share with them. All right, later, Henry. I had the wrong damn mic on the whole time too. Probably sounds better here for the last 5 seconds. But anyway, yeah, for all you guys who never support the Patreon, man, imagine if we got all 50,000 on you on there. We could actually set up the GematriaEffectNews, have a team of people. Like I've been saying for years, I don't know why there's not way more people that support this work. I do know why, actually. It's because people are losers. You guys, again, it's not cap. I've been doing the greatest research in the history of the world for the last 12 years. And again, it's not cap. Had you guys all been listening to me, you know what? 2020 would have never happened. Cooties would have never got off the ground. All these broke-ass sports leagues that murder people would be out of business. Nobody'd be showing up for any of these rigged selections. It'd be off with their heads. We wouldn't be suffering from mass inflation. You wouldn't be getting taxed more and more out of your asshole. Again, we'd break the system. We're the only people that have the information to prove how to break the system and why it needs to be broken, not caught up in the shit show that all these other morons are in. And notice, if you push the shit show, that's how you make money on here. That's how you get the following. You join the red side of the shit show, or you join the blue side of the shit show. Those are what all the dummies are doing. I'm never going to sell out and do what the dummies are doing because then I'll be in a greater financial position. I'm going to keep doing this because it's what matters. And all of you can't see that it's what matters. It's because you're dumb. And if you can't invest in the real leaders of this world, and there's not many of them, you're part of the problem too. Till next time, Truth Seeker.